All right, you guys. Hi, welcome back. So this is going to be a today's topic video. It is going to be for the 16th, and you guys get an alternate version because the other one that I recorded, I get busy in my stories to the point where I didn't realize it was 30 minutes long once again. So it's going to take about 25 hours for that video to process. So I will be releasing it tomorrow as an alternate version for today, but so it goes. So in any case, this is going to be another today's topic video. It could be a very different message. We shall see, but it's going to be a today's topic for the 16th, as will the alternate bonus one that comes out tomorrow. Hi, Carol. Good to see you. Adventures of Natural. Good to see you guys. Ooh, Unlock Your Heart. This is the only card in this deck, by the way, where the imagery is landscape perspective, horizontal. You notice that she's on a rocking horse, but the rocking horse has wheels. And she is tangled up by measuring tape, and she's holding a key in her hand. A horse should be able to carry us places, right? At this point, she has the ability to move forward, but when it says unlock your heart and the fact that she's wrapped herself up in measuring tape, if there is no locomotion that pushes the wheels to turn and move her forward, she's going to go nowhere. And if she's sitting here as a rider, but basically, a measuring tape is something that we can use to measure our faults, our flaws. Her thought process shouldn't be to wrap herself up in measuring herself, her faults, her flaws, her worth, her value. She should be more concerned right now with figuring out how to push this horse forward, because it has wheels, so there's great potential to move this thing forward. But she's kind of like, basically, to unlock her heart, this is someone who has all the potential, but the thing that is maybe preventing them from totally unlocking their heart is that they keep putting their attention to the wrong, I'll say, like, the wrong problem, because that's not a problem at all. She doesn't need to measure her worth and value and failures and successes to determine if her heart can be opened again, or maybe measure what happened in a past relationship and then, judge and measure all other things based off of that. Her bigger concern should be, how do I push myself forward? Because I have all this potential in the world. So let me stop thinking about things that keep tangling me up, and let me just work on that movement forward. So all the potential is here, which is so exciting. And she holds the key in her hand, so she knows this, and she's even looking at us like, you know what? I think I'm having a breakthrough on this. I don't think she's going to stay stuck much longer. That is a deck of healing energy anyway. So I would definitely suggest that she's probably going to, let's use this new deck. She's definitely going to be able to have some kind of a big breakthrough. Somebody could be of like Roman or Italian descent as well. We've got a 3 of Cups. We've got the Temperance card. We got the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so I've used this deck 3 times tonight because it's a brand new one. And all 3 times, these 3 cards have come out in different formulas, but I think it's very interesting to see this repeat. So it came out in the bonus general message, and it also came out in the singles storyline. And each time it's had a different flavor to it. But I just think that that's really intriguing. So if someone needs to unlock their heart, I've said it's a she, may not be. It could be a King of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but we also have Sag energy here. I don't look at this as if it is her who has to unlock her heart in regards to a King of Swords. It could be that a King of Swords caused her grief somehow, or hasn't spoken to her, and that's been the thing that she's got to like get beyond and find peace with, and then be able to enjoy the company of others. But I'm actually leaning right now toward it being the King of Swords themselves. So they could be in a blend of divine masculine and divine feminine energy. So their divine masculine aspect, and this character could be a masculine, but when Look, it doesn't matter what energy someone identifies as, right? As far as like gender goes. Say this is a divine masculine and their masculinity is actually stuck, meaning they're not behaving like an amazing king that they are, because their divine feminine energy that we see over here, as it attaches to their heart and their ability to give and receive, that's where they have a blockage. So basically, regardless of gender, when we got a blockage around our heart, it's going to screw us up in our ability to be action taking or our ability to be our best self, whether it's divine masculine or feminine. In this case, a locked up heart is blocking someone's ability to be that powerful divine masculine energy, the action taking energy, the balanced thought processes. And that's the thing that first somebody needs to find peace and balance. And then they can start to actually interact with others, maybe, or maybe interact with one particular person, have some kind of reunion with one particular person that they really would like to connect with. But they can't do it until they let themselves move forward, until they quit measuring. Does this King of Swords, did they measure themselves and say, I came up short? I don't, think that I'm that great. Is that why they're in the reverse? Rehab, thank you so much, sweetheart. That is so generous. Thank you. The energy fairy, thank you, sweetie. You guys are so kind. Thank you, everybody. No, this is looking more like a divine masculine has been looking at themselves and continuously judging themselves so harsh that that's where they got stuck. Their ability to nurture and give energy outward, it just got stuck because they said, what do you mean? I got nothing to give. I mean, I don't even like myself right now. That is a thing to balance out. They've got to go ahead and stop feeling so negative about themselves. This divine masculine, they I feel like somebody loves this divine masculine and thinks highly of them, but they have more or less not loved themselves enough to admit that or to acknowledge that. And if they can do that, they can, and maybe this feminine has actually been sending positive energy toward them or thoughts toward them that are soothing. And if they can just accept that, it'll help them move forward. The big thing is this king has got to stop measuring themselves and continuously insisting that they're not enough. They've got to get into a place of balance and harmony. And then if they want to talk to someone, that perhaps a Sag or perhaps whomever this she comes across as super balanced, super peaceful, super loving, super kind. If this is the person that they want to talk to and they keep feeling unworthy of speaking to her, if they can just get beyond that, they'll be able to connect with her. And that could be a real turning point. They've got to feel like they can look her in the eyes, and feel worthy, feel like I have value. I have every right to, converse with someone that I am drawn to and someone that I admire and somebody that I feel has their life together and their act together. I should be able to sit across from her and not be so, I don't know if they're super intimidated. Tell me, what is it that they've been measuring themselves on so much? Could be money. Wow. These cards, I'm telling you, we've had similar cards coming out of this deck like repetitiously tonight. They keep measuring themselves and their money, what they want to give, but have no ability to give yet. How much they want to invest, but it hasn't been the right time. They don't have. This is like somebody who's, like they have every intention of, building up, and maybe they do like think of their worth as a person in like the context of how much do I have in my bank? What do I own? How much debt do I have versus how much savings do I have? If that's what they've been doing, oh my God, no one will ever feel good enough because money comes and money goes real fast, and fortunes change all the time. That has nothing to do with someone's worth. But if they have wanted to give, but still never had enough to give, it was never the right time. They never felt like, finally, I'm doing better. Finally, I have enough in my bank account. That's what they've been saying. I just can't seem to get ahead. I just can't seem to get to a place of true abundance. And then I can come in and I can give her everything that I want to. So instead, they sat there and sat there and sat there. and locked up their heart and kept insisting, well, how am I supposed to do this? How do I give to somebody when I don't have anything to offer? Yet all along, they've been sitting on a horse with wheels on it. They needed to figure out, how do I just move forward to go see her? It's like this person has a car, but they wouldn't get in it and just go drive and go see her. They wouldn't go say, I don't have a ton of money, but man, I want to spend time with you. I can't buy you a house, but we could date. It's like, I feel like this person had like unrealistic views of what they were supposed to give. And if they couldn't give all of that, then they sat there and said, well, I'm not worth anything. But all along, there's this person who sees them as balanced and valuable and equal to them in every way. It's just that this king needed to see themselves as balanced and valuable and equal to her. So are they gonna? Are they gonna? I really hope so, because this seems unnecessary. We have a 10 of cups. That we've got a doorway. A doorway is an opportunity to walk through it and have that full-on 10 of cups. The thing is, you gotta walk through the doorway. The universe isn't gonna push us through it. We gotta choose it and walk through it. The doorway is there. All they have to do is, one foot in front of the other and go right toward that door. And I feel like the doorway is like an open mouth. Like, will they open their mouth and will they talk? Will they say the things? Got a Knight of Cups in the reverse. Why? This could be that they're shedding the concept of being a knight. Ace of Wands. This is not so bad after all. The motive that it will require for them to actually walk through that door and just go talk to her is they have to quit thinking, but I'm supposed to be this person who comes riding in like a knight in shining armor, and I wow them and woo them, and I'm dazzling, and I have a sparkling conversation, and I'm youthful and energetic, and blah, 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 blah. They got to give up on that, and they got to just come in like when their desire for this overrides the thought process that they had been building up, almost like the fantasy vision of how they needed to come in, this fancy car. I need to arrive in a fancy silver car, and I need to have, my best cape on, and I have to be able to then, pick her up and take her to the fanciest restaurant, or him to the fanciest restaurant. When they surrender that becomes less important than the actual reality of every fiber of my being says, I need to be near this person. When that overrides the kind of stupid fantasy of how the minutia of how I need to be dressed and what car I need to be in when I come to see her and pick her up and blah, 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 that's when they can walk through that door. So the universe says, you can do it at any time. You can go get that 10 of cups, but not until you're really hungry enough for it. Because if you're still caught up on these silly things that don't mean a thing. Whatever car somebody comes to pick someone up in has no bearing on how successful that relationship will be, right? It's not going to matter. What matters is, that song, Do You Love Me? That's in my head. I'm picturing Patrick Swayze dancing right now. I love that song. I haven't heard that forever. It's a 1950s music. We've got a 4 of Cups, and we have got the Moon. Okay, so sorry, I have to put some coverage on this. The universe just keeps saying again and again, for this person to unlock their heart, they have to quit judging themselves, they have to move forward, and they have to be hungry enough to pursue the 10 of Cups. Otherwise, heck yes, it's going to be a missed opportunity, and they're going to sit there and they're not going to get out of that thinking and that wondering, like, what should I do? What should I do? The Moon, they'll know that, man, I should have done something, but I didn't know how, and what might have happened. And they'll play it out in their head, all the maybes, all the coulda, all the wouldas, all the scenarios of what might have happened if I had come toward her. The universe says, you're going to have some big freaking regrets if you choose to do that. Because the 4 of Cups is a regret. It's also boring, because it's like, if we never take any risk of just saying how we feel about then we just stay locked in our head of the, I wonder what might have happened if I had done that. I would think that that thought process would get really, really, really exhausting. That alone would be a regret, because it's like, oh my God, what if we had to listen to one song on repeat for the rest of our freaking life? That would be miserable. Page of Cups. They're also always going to be drawn to her. There's always going to be some powerful pull, almost like that's the other thing that's going to annoy the heck out of not only them, but me as a storyteller right now. I'm getting annoyed with this. Because they're always going to feel this pull. You see the third eye chakra is open. It's like, but there is a spark, and that spark is still going to be there, and I'm going to feel it transmitting from her across the distance to me, and I'm still going to feel it for her. So can we please just see, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? We need a good solid deck here. Something where, well, let's go with this one. It's pretty like blunt. What is this character going to do? We got it sideways. We got a Queen of Swords sideways. That is not clear. They, other than they were a King of Swords in the reverse, and the Tower. Okay, they're changing thought processes on something, and it is in regards to the person that they view as their perfect match, right? The Queen of Swords. Wow, Four of Cups. In this storyline, unfortunately, it looks like they're going to commit to this idea that lost cause. Why would you commit to this idea that it's probably not going to work? You notice how they sit there with their little arms folded, stubbornly, no, I can't have it, it won't work. And the mermaid is over here going, so why do you think that you should be unhappy? Is there a reason for that? We just got the Four of Swords as the other card out. This person does have things to heal from. Maybe it's a mother wound, since again, we see a feminine on this, and we began with some kind of wounded feminine energy within our king. If they still keep saying, there's no way she's going to love me, there's no way she's really going to want to be mine, even though I feel like they even know that that's not true. They know that she comes across as that temperance energy, that she does balance them, that she does feel like she's a match for them. They know that she sends out vibes. They can feel it. They know darn well that she cares about them, and they care about her, but they insist, even though King and Queen of Swords, we should be a perfect match. Nah, I think I'm going to commit to saying, this is just a missed opportunity. I can't have this. And even the little mermaid on that card is like, so sweetheart, why? Why are you committing to that? They say, because I have to heal from something. Okay, good. So hurry it up and transform. I mean, yeah, I shouldn't say that. That's super rude on my part, right? That's not very understanding. If they still have to heal from something, it means they've got a big old transformation to go through. So maybe all of this is just simply to say they have the power to change things and change their outcome as soon as they are ready to do so. But for the moment, there's a transformation that is like pending. I feel right now like, when something is buffering on a computer screen, it goes round and round, and you're like, oh my God, how long is it going to take? And sometimes you just give up and be like, whatever, it's just not going to work. And then amazingly, it does kind of like catch, and, things have buffered, and now you can, watch whatever the show was that you wanted to watch. We have the Strength card. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords. They will get through this. They will. But it's going to be a bit of a test for them, because they do have some wound that they have got to lay down. And then as soon as they're cut free from that, they can go ahead and soar, and they can go the direction that they really want to go. But until that time, they will not connect with her, because they're insisting that they can't yet. And, maybe that's a good thing. They need to deal with what they need to deal with on their own. Maybe that's exactly where they should be with things. So they say, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, then go ahead and do what you need to get ready. I feel like there's hope for this. It's just a little bit later. All right, you guys. Rach, you're so cute. I know, right? You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. You guys are so awesome. Beautiful Disaster, Lisa J, Jay Sabran, AKTC. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, Vampy. Good to see you. Gumbo. I hope that this character will try to heal, but you never know, right? All right, you guys, lots of love to everybody. So good to see you. I'll see you guys in the next ones. Mwah. Bye for now.